Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. Hi guys, I'm back. Let me unflashbang you. There you go. I mean, I'm pale, but I'm not, I'm not that pale. We're on a Shadow Priest, if you can't tell by the fact that he looks all, shadowy. He is one of my refugees from the Pandaria remix. Pardon me. And we have a delve waiting for us. What was... Oh, I guess I got over the no-fly zone. Very briefly. Boom. First, they won't get the best of you. You're Brand Bronzebeard.
I can feel it. Let's stock up on supplies before we head in.
Good idea, Brand. I haven't gotten any of the other companions. There are other Delve companions, I believe. We want him to be a damage dealer.
Alright, let's do this. Through here.
There's a new player. Guided shot for 4 seconds. I used that. That was okay. Jumping on will cause it to hurl the player into enemies, knocking and dealing significant physical damage split between them. Player's health falls below 40%. Any player uses a defensive ability. Enters an intense rage. I guess we'll go with... Yeah, we'll go with that. Let's see. Idle draws spawn. Unholy energies. I like it already. Prevent fatal damage on players. Unlikely to happen, but not impossible. Oh, good. Yet another scam or fraud call. These guys called literally before I pushed the button to start. So I'm going to mute for a second. Hold on. I'm not sure of the punishment we should have for phone scammers. Drawing and quartering? Flogging? Crucifixion for a first offense? That's a Monty Python joke. Let's see. Steel trap, out of combat, movement speed is increased. We'll go with that one. There we go.
Glad to see Adelcon
Good evening.
sent us some help.
Let me grab
Rescue
the
these
webbed
folks
hook
and
shot.
avoid these webs.
Welcome, Outlander.
I'll guard the cart and help you rescue your friends.
No direction but your own.
Don't step in those webs. Nerubians might pop out if you do.
Yeah, I won't step in the webs. Don't worry. Sometimes you just gotta kill some bugs, man. That one's not gonna last long at all. I am pleasingly overpowered right now. Don't stand in the way of me clicking, Devil Sore.
Time to go all out.
I like Delves, which I'm in right now. I'm in one of right now. I like the single-player version of the dungeons a lot for following the story. I think that's a big win. for players like me who, well, mostly play solo. All in all, I don't think I can really fairly judge anymore based on the early returns on the expansion. I mean, I think it seems good so far, but for instance, I have no idea what other people are thinking. I know most of the players really, really liked Dragonflight. I wasn't that impressed with Dragonflight. I am more impressed with this than Dragonflight. Oh, well, behind us. Oh, well, that's fair. What the heck did that thing do? That was not welcome. Oh, I didn't even know there was another one coming. Dear me. There we go.
Goodbye. Let's see.
So generally, I am positive about it. But I tend to be kind of a harsh judge of these things over time. So I tend to be a little bit reticent to initially come up with an opinion. I got to level 80 on my first character. I have not done any like world quests or anything. Personally, I think it's the best expansion since Legion. I know a lot of people didn't like Legion and will slam Legion for the first couple of months where like the legendary stuff wasn't dropping in a way they wanted, something like that. I don't remember exactly what, and that's certainly a valid complaint. But I agree. I thought, whoop, explodies. I thought Legion was quite good. Am I going to get hit again? So I really enjoyed Legion. It's easy for me to get caught up in, you know, that new expansion smell and get too worked up. For instance, I mean, I am convinced my opinion on delves and the single-player dungeons, that's really unlikely to be changing. I like those features. I expect I will continue to like those features.
That's more like it.
But overall, I know my opinion can change over time pretty quickly. As an example, my opinion on the new Guild Wars 2 expansion has changed. I think people, including myself initially, have been too uncritical of it. I think it has a lot of issues. It is easy to get caught up in the moment of a new expansion.
Those webs will summon the Rubians.
I wasn't on the freaking webs, I was on the freaking rails. But I certainly agree with your estimation on Legion. I really did enjoy Legion a lot.
That's more like it.
As an additional contrary opinion that that I have. While I think that the polish and design of Dragonflight was vastly superior to the previous couple of expansions, I think the individual map stories in the previous expansions were hugely better. The Dragonflight individual map stories I thought were really uninteresting and poor. The individual map stories here so far, Donegal's okay, but nothing particularly good. Second map, a little more interesting. I haven't gotten very far into the fourth map. Third map was okay. So I'm not overly impressed with them, at least so far. But as I said, there are a lot of the quests and stuff I haven't done. There's one thing I want to compliment the devs on, is there's an enormous number of quests that I haven't done yet because I haven't had to do them. It's an easy leveling process. Dragonfly is really not for you. Stop playing after a few months in. I pretty much played for 1 month, and I'm not sure I even came back for any of the patches, which is unusual for me. Every time you level a new character, you chromie time Legion to do it. I have done that a number of times. So I've chromie timed there more than any place else. I think I did a couple in Pandaria because Pandaria was the fastest. I certainly won't be dealing with Pandaria in the future because I just ran through Pandaria, all of it, 6 times for the remix. Hold on. There's something about getting old in the last, 6 months, maybe a year. My back itches a lot more, especially the left shoulder blade. What the hell is up with that? I have no idea. Could do without it, though. Northrend, love it. Well, it's certainly an easy one to love. How is that thing still alive? Simply because that was Lich King, and, well, most everybody loves Lich King. I do find that the zone stories, the map stories, can make a big difference into my opinion of the whole experience. Let's try a Void Eruption. I do need to work on my multi-target rotation, as I don't really have one of those right now. I mean, I certainly spent a lot of time in Northrend, that's for sure. Hold on, back again. Oh my god, what is up with that? I need to go to the old Amazon and do a search for back scratchers, I think. Please don't throw off a whole bunch of explosives again. Thank you. Just let me get my mining skill up. Is that getting my mining skill up? It is, okay. Oh. We almost missed a jar of experience points from my friend here. It was a nice find, wasn't it? Alright, guys.
Communication in...
You can move out now.
Sorry. Hello. Another ambush. This must be how they counted the others.
Murdering mobs.
And
Just
we'll
never gets
follow
old.
behind.
Gotta say that the characters who did the Pandaria remix, man, they got a much better, an easier time. Simply because a higher item level than any of my characters had from, you know, the playing of the previous expansion. Come in with 467 gear everywhere, I think. Loot it, loot it. There you go. I am hopeful that in the future we will get a Legion remix similar to the Pandaria remix. I think that's going to be really good.
We'll wait for you to clear
That's
the
scary.
area first.
For leveling at least. The Void Torrent. I had to take it if I wanted to use Void Weaver instead of Archon, I think the other one is. It wouldn't let you take it unless you had taken the talent for Void Torrent. I'm not sure why I didn't take it initially on this character. It's going to be really good for single target.
Nice fight.
Nice find. That's what she said. I have no idea why I said that. Respawn point.
Nice fight.
We'll pick up our loot and we'll move right on to the next little farm. Him for that, and that, and that, and then that. Does a job on him, that's for sure. 30-second cooldown, dealing 180k of damage. When the mobs have... Okay, he's at 2 million. He's the boss mob, though, so... He's got an excuse for being so cool. Alright. I'm trying to not stand there. No prob. That's definitely the fastest I've killed him yet. It's like the 5th character I've run through Dells. little chests or anything sitting around the edges of the room. Well, that's disappointing. Time for me to collect my reward. It's as if I had opened my own place.
Fantastic.
With hookers and blackjack. There's a couple of goodies for my little friend. Another couple of gold. 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 Let's see. Streamlined relic. I already have this one. So, do you just throw these away, the extras? I'm guessing, because it doesn't... It tells me I've already got it. It doesn't have any sales value. It doesn't upgrade the rank of the item, so I'm going to set it here for now. Maybe you can use them to upgrade the rank? Don't know. 56 gold. I'm now wealthy. I have 6,606. Elemental fusion bomb. Become a living bomb. Okay. Not sure we really want to do that, but okay. And a beacon. Sadly, many levels lower than what I'm currently using. But I actually will hold on to that just in case we get a one-hand that is way above. I believe we're done here. Take me away. Away, away. Let's see. So, go ahead and repair, because I'm here. So, Bran Bronzebeard, not Bran's Brawnbeard, has another 4K or so to go for his level. And I think above 11 they just gain like additional damage or something. That is a follow from Kaija Saramit. I hope that was somewhere in the general vicinity of what you're looking for. I have a spiel for new followers. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Thanks. And out we go. Nice things coming out later for the 20th anniversary. I saw a partial list. None of it grabbed me, but then I'm a sour old asshole.
There's more to explore out there. And you know me. Can't resist a good cave.
But then I didn't look at it much, and I know it wasn't an exhaustive list.
Keeper's beard. Quarry is overrun with Hungarians.
Oh, Fungarians. I thought they said Hungarians, and I was going to say, well, that just sounds
not just the city and not just the
countryist. And that, sadly, is not as good as my two-hand weapon that I'm currently using.
Follow what draws you.
Chris Cronky? Chris Conky? Collect 10 Fungarian chunks. That sounds disgusting. For anyone who wonders why I'm talking about something that you can't see, I am dual streaming. I'm streaming to both Twitch and YouTube. So I will respond to both, or at least I try to. And so sometimes it may not make sense.
But
I try to do readbacks. I don't always succeed. There we go. I now have fishing.
May all paths be open to you.
Where are we off to next? Get out of there. Glittering ore and Fungarian chunks. Glittering ore and Fungarian chunks. This would be one of those Fungarians, presumably. That was one chunk. Poor little Fungarians. Frankly, I'm not a mushroom enjoyer, so I've got no problem with Fungarian murder. There, I said it. It's a terrible thing to consider, but... Let's see if we hit him. Pardon me as I erupt in voidness. Yeah, I still got to work on some kind of... getting some kind of rotation together for AE attacks. I do not have a good feel for it yet. Why are there multiples coming at me? That doesn't seem fair at all. I need to target something first. That is the big unpleasant. How big? 1.5 million. Tempting. But when I think my big attack does like 170 or 180,000, that's 1/10 of his hit points. And that, it doesn't seem that attractive any longer. Hey, he didn't drop any Fungarian bits. Why did he drop no Fungarian chunks? I would like to complain to the Fungarian embassy about this. At least that one had the common decency to drop chunks. Wait, that doesn't sound right at all. I'm not entirely sure as to what is making the Fungarians spin in circles. It's like they've been consuming hallucinogenic mushrooms or something. Wait, they are hallucinogenic mushrooms. That's the answer.
I need a target.
Yeah, I need a target. Oh, we got plenty of chunks now. Not quite enough. Need more ore. I don't want to get in a fight with the persistent forager if I don't have to, but I expect. I'm going to aggro the little jerks. No, he kept them in check. I wish to thank him for keeping them in check. Making an Earthbound character, I'm not sure how much further I need to go to unlock them. I was following on one of the characters, following the storyline for quite a while, and it just seemed like it was unending. I'm sure that's not the case, obviously, but it kind of felt like it. I would like to see what the cosmetic options are, of course. For instance, as I'm not a fan of gnomes in the first place, the gnome bots were particularly an example of something I had zero interest in. Not a fan of gnomes in the first place, and then, yeah, the character creation options did not seem particularly enchanting to me. Is another follow from Kisa Weiwan. I hope I got that correct, or at least non-insultingly close. You too will now get my one and only spiel. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. I think you have to finish the 5th chapter of the main campaign that came out yesterday. Ah, well. I made it to the city for the spider folk. And I haven't finished it off, so I'm definitely not there yet. I could tell he was coming for me. I could tell. I could see it in his beady little... do they have eyes? I don't even know if they have eyes. I need how many more? 2 more? Counting on the critter to keep him busy. That was all of those I needed. Let's move over here to get away from any potential pathing issue. And now back. It just seemed that there was an awful lot of steps to unlocking the Earthbound. Because I did a lot of stuff. Belgrim.
It is my oath-sworn duty to protect the Coreway.
Good on you, friend.
Conversation initiated.
Have some chunks.
This
I'm going to
poses
heal
even
5 poor
our
earthen.
stone bodies. Pilgrim,
I did see
Your
the...
help is
I'll try not to do any spoilers here. I did see the video that you get at the end of the current part of the story, and my response was the exact same one I had
I need
for an
Finduel
entirely
and Tregor
different characters.
brought to
Oh,
the
look.
pool.
He's dead. No, he's not. You know, it loses any impact if you kill your characters off and then just bring them back.
You need a hammer?
I find it
And an open
lazy
hand.
storytelling.
That must have been hard.
If everyone always comes
Walk
back from
away.
dying, there are
Yes,
no
I
stakes.
was the Stone Ward. With the Stonebound, I built all of Dornegal, but I could not remain there.
Ah.
The Stonebound continued to mine.
Let me carry him
and build,
over the...
and
and drop him back in the water. He'll be
that
healed
was
now,
our
or
good.
maybe not.
Now for Ebona. She's fading.
She's fading. Oh, no. Hello there.
My Stormrook can take her to Dornegal. Perhaps the healers there can help.
Belgrim, thank you.
See, Balgrim's not that big of a jerk.
Yes.
He's a jerk, but he's not
I
that
am
big of
the
a jerk.
former Stonelord. Conversation terminated.
How about you go away?
All you know for what you think is right. That takes.
Did that not work? It didn't. That did. Fuck off, spamming asshole. Have I ever tried? Have you ever tried taking a great big jump off the end of my dick?
Best mind your manners in the presence of a queen.
Take one of the rams, Belgrim. It's no Stormrook, but it's faster than going on foot.
Pardon me, I'm just not a fan of
But how difficult
spamming, scamming assholes.
Whoa there!
They follow
I'll
because
bring
they
the
want to make
unbound
sure that you're
core
paying
away.
attention to
We'll
them.
meet you in Dornegal.
Or they'll pretend that they really like your stream and they'll say a couple nice things and, hey, have you ever thought about ban? So, my apologies. I just have no patience for that. At all.
These damn bugs! They're attacking our injured.
You address the Queen Regent of the Dark Iron Clan.
Yeah, except for the scammer I just had to boot. Everything was going fine. Now I'm a little bit irked.
What path brought you? Pick up that cinder brew keg.
I'll pick up the
have
cinder
an
keg,
idea.
alright. Oh, I'll pick it up, alright.
Now, toss it in there.
I hope Dagger.
I'll toss it in here.
Okay. Let's go.
I'll follow directions.
I knew it would work. Let's light them up.
Okay, we're gonna light them up. I have to kill a bunch of them as well, so, well, that'll be easy enough. Just dots, dots. Big, terrifying, soul-devouring globe of death. That's good for laughs. Hey, that's a neat trick. Alright, another one here to eat shadowy death. And how about an earth-shattering kaboom? Somebody else was killing him. Saw somebody attack from over my shoulder. Well, they're gone now. Kinda wish I'd used that skill earlier. But I didn't do an awful lot of play at high level. This character only basically just ran through to level up in the Pandaria remix. Alright, last time I had trouble blowing this one up without logging out and back in. Not today! Void Torrent. Delightful. This guy's turn. And how about another bomb? Let me just lob another bomb. Oh, I don't know. How about into this little hole over here?
Find cover, quickly!
He says that. I don't know why he says that or where I'm supposed to find cover. Also, I need to kill like 1 or 2 more Nerubians. Alaria. Oh, it's Alaria. What do you got, Alaria?
Where is she? Where is Zalatath? She must suffer for what she has done.
I'll just keep throwing explodey bombs at this guy until he's done monologuing. Alright, guess he's done now. Hi guys, so a couple dwarves up here. Who brought the beer? Somebody must have. Oh, it's Wenbrent, that's right, he makes the mead. Can't wait till you're 80 and try some of those new dungeons. Yeah, I don't have enough of my old friends playing to run them with them, and I can't do pug stuff anymore. I just haven't got the intestinal fortitude to do it. Hopefully they still have they have solo versions of those with NPCs like they did for some of the leveling dungeons, as it was fun being able to see the storyline stuff in dungeons even as a solo player. Blizzard, let that be a big thumbs up from a mostly solo player.
May the Titans carve your path.
Moira? Queen of the Dark Iron? You gotta be able to trill your R's to pretend to be Scottish so you can pretend to be a dwarf. Return to the Foundation Hall. Okay.
I dismiss you.
They're retreating. Your cinder brew makes for quite the weapon, Wenbrent.
I hit 80 earlier today on my rogue. No, later last night. Sorry. And I need to try out some of the world quests. World quests is something I've always liked about the game since they were added.
I
am glad you're back, Adelgard. The council is needed here.
Pardon the
in
yawn.
Dornogold more than ever.
Mind yourself,
It is time we stand as one.
Earthen Fissures.
Strike back against the Nerubians.
Let's see. That is soulbound. Drop that there. No. That's soulbound held in the offhand. That's better. Those are boots. But they're not bound. So I can drop those off. That's soulbound, but not as good. Alright. I like to use something recognizable to denote all these. Now I'll sell. The jaws will let me know that anything that's in these spots I need to check.
Very good.
Focusing
to
on one
meet
tune.
you.
I did want to get the first one to 80 because the XP bonus you get. There is a 5% XP bonus for every character at level 80. So, you know, that will add up the more 80s you get. I think it's another nice bonus for players who like to play alts. I'm glad to see that they're doing a lot of stuff for the players who like to play alts, because I'm one of those. Distribute Merrick's orders to 10 unbound workers.
Adelgard and I will oversee the repairs. This will be no small task.
But it certainly makes sense to focus on each one in turn. If you're planning on doing a bunch, 5, 10, 15, it starts to add up to a significant chunk of XP. Bonk. Hi guys, have some work orders. Get to work, you lazy slugs. Hey, you appear to be idle. That's not acceptable. Get to work. I always wanted to be a slave driver. I think I'd be very good at it. Kind of a natural. I'm really good at avoiding work myself. So I think I'd be very, very successful at telling other people what to do.
These repairs will be wasted if we're attacked again.
Easier for you to get one tune
need
geared
to
up than
bolster
work on
our
another
defense.
tune. Well, yeah, that's definitely true. Especially if you're, trying to gear up as opposed to just, hit the cap like me.
Conversation initiated.
For whatever reason, I'm a person who tends to enjoy leveling.
The edicts are my god.
Guild Wars 2 is the best example. I've got a bunch of things that will raise your level as high as from 1 to 60, and then there are books you can read, and I have 400 of them or something, and each one of those can be read for a level. So I could literally have a level 1 character and be level 80 20 or 30 times in an hour. But I prefer to actually level them up. Favorite old games that I still play? Well, as an example, since I've been talking about MMORPGs, I'll talk about the MMOs, the dead MMOs that I still play on emulators. City of Heroes, Warhammer Age of Reckoning, Return of Reckoning, Star Wars Galaxies. I currently have 5 different servers installed that I can log into. There's got to be another one. What am I missing? City of Heroes, Galaxies, ROR. I was sure I had another emulator installed. Maybe not. So those would be good examples of stuff that I have played enormous amounts of in the past that I can play now, even though the games are theoretically dead. Speak to Baelgrim.
May the edicts meet me outside the Storm Perch.
All right,
We
I'm
will
going to meet him
rally
outside
the
the
Storm
Storm
Riders
Perch.
and protect the Unbound.
I have No idea what this is, but I'm going to pick it up. I think it's one of the level up items for skills. Yep. Yes, it is. Where is the bank? The regular good old-fashioned bank. I've got a quest from them. They down below? They are. Another fractured spark. We can stop tracking that one because it's not gonna. It's gonna be a while. And let's see. Repair, sell junk. There are other MMORPGs that I have currently installed as well that I play from time to time. Let's see. I have Lord of the Rings Online, Champions Online, Star Trek Online. I still have EverQuest 2 installed. So those would be more, older MMOs that I continue to play at least occasionally. In some cases, more than occasionally. Won't let us stay in the air no more. Why, Blizz? Well, it depends. You can't stay in the Blizz. You can choose to use the old-fashioned flying. I'm not sure I can remember where exactly you can do that, but there's a clicky you can turn off. Basically, you can choose which flying method you want, the old or the new. I was looking for the bank. Guys, the bank? Bank? Any of you guards? Guards? Are you a guard? Thank you.
We are the Titan's bedrock and foundation.
It's right here. I was so close.
I have calibrated my prices.
Well, let's
to
look
be
at the
reasonable.
Warband bank, and let's see if there's anything I'll be able to use here, or want to use. That's agility, that's int, but level 78. Won't be using that for quite a while. That's agility, strength, int, but that's male, so we will add these in. Either to be used by other characters or to be used as
My
disenchant
directive has
fodder.
been fulfilled.
Here, I believe, is where you can choose whether you want skywriting. And you can drag this onto your hotbar and switch which mode you want. Steady flying or the more active flying. So if I were to draw that over there, say, mount up. Oh, requires the war within Pathfinder unlocked to use in this area. Well, okay, I guess I can't use that. So I wasn't entirely right, but there is a workaround that allows you to swap. I'm just not sure what activates it. But now we have the first of the soloable dungeons.
Over here. We will fly to the rookery together.
We will fly to the rookery together.
We protect the people of the isle.
Oh, I am DPSy all the way. My role is damage. I do damage. All right,
This way.
you're in charge.
Before us stands the Storm Perch, Outlander. It is the command center and rookery for all Storm Riders. It is highly irregular. Why are these Stormlords tethered here?
Thank the Titans you are here. The Storm Perch has been breached, and the Storm Riders corrupted.
Hurry! If we free these storm rooks, we can fly there and try to end this madness.
Outlanders, with me.
I need to target something first.
I'll try to get out of the way of that because it's going to come back.
I need to target something first.
I'm not doing that much damage, but I don't have to. My friends will do most of the damage for me.
Affecting the storm rooks.
Let me click on the clicky.
While you go to the roof,
I have clicked on the clicky. This guy, I probably shouldn't stand in the poop. That's true regardless of the MMO you're playing. Do not stand in the fire is what most people say. I prefer the phrase don't stand in the poop because it's not always fire. Sometimes it's acid or poison, a slowing field, all kinds of options. It's always poop though. Guys, glad you could make it. Baelgrim, do your thing.
Gorin, what have you done?
The title, the glory, this will be mine, Pilgrim. You'll never deserve to be Stormward.
I left Gorin.
I just
my
dinged.
second,
That's
in
72.
charge of the storm perch when I left to investigate your Galaran's crash. What has that traitor allowed to happen in my absence?
Ow. Ooh, ouch. How about I just open up an incredible rift of the void? It's no problem, the fact that, oh wait, the bad guy is kind of void operating. And Felsen has clearly been enjoying some form of existential enhancement, shall we say, this evening. I wouldn't say he's necessarily high, but he's probably high. Stop throwing things that I have to get out of the way of. I hate to judge, but if I was going to guess, that would be my guess. Hit the big bird. Oh no, he's gonna drop stuff on me too. What is up with them? They're just never giving me a chance to tell them how much love and affection I have for them. Ow. And he just keeps throwing things at me, doesn't he?
I need to get close.
Well, we just let this thing go to completion this time, and then hopefully be able to nuke him out. Got him, finally.
Served a better rider than
Oh, I never would have guessed, fellas. Started Lotrar last week and really enjoying it. The game is getting a sudden resurgence. It does seem to be getting that. I assume some of it is simply that they are now offering a European server, so that's going to, make it more attractive for European players for sure. The new VIP servers are 64-bit, so they should be a little bit more performant. I have another point. Let's see, here. Summoning an Entropic Rift grants you Mind Devourer. Void Rift increases the duration of Entropic Rift. I think that one. I can't remember what the Juju was for this, other than I'll levitate. Hobbit Hunter, level 18, Chilling and Bree, doing the Bombadil quests. For the record, I think it is important that if no one else is saying it to you, that I say it. Bombadil's a filthy hippie. Just putting that out there. No offense to anyone who loves Tom, but yeah, dirty hippie. I'm glad you're enjoying it, though. It's a game, it has an enormous amount of stuff to do. So take it at pace. Don't start going too fast, trying to go too fast, because there's so much stuff you really... It is a cliche, especially in MMOs, but the journey is the reward. You know, a lot of games people complain that, oh, I hurried to the cap and there's nothing to do. Well, you hurried to the cap. In Lantro, you do want to play at a more deliberate pace. And here we are. Everyone make it down here? Oh, nice. I'll just hit him with a nice little Void Torrent.
Come, Outlander. We will press forward and rescue who we can.
It's easy to get overwhelmed. I don't quite understand what to do with the professions, but maybe that comes later on. Did I ever play D&D Online? I did. It never was one of the ones that grabbed me for whatever reason. Primarily, again, because it is mostly a... actually, I do know the reason. It is mostly, although not exclusively, a group. It is a group-focused game by far. And most of the time, I'm gaming by myself. As far as the crafting professions go, it can be overwhelming. It used to be you didn't have a lot of choice. You would choose a batch. There were like 8 different batches to choose from. And the batch would always have 3 specific crafts in it. Now they've freed it up so you can go with any 3 crafts you want. So that's a big improvement. It's a pretty standard crafting thing. It has only one real nuance to it. And it's complicated, so I wouldn't really want to go into it here, as I'd just be... It would be overload. Information overload. I will completely consume his life energy. It's kind of what I do. Now here's an interesting case. Just so everyone's aware of this, especially the Twitch viewers that have only seen it happen with Twitch. Holtbolt just said, I know several of the raids open up at level 20 and you're almost there. You'd like to try that out. That did not show up. That tell did not show up in my restream. Occasionally, restream drops tells. So I just want everyone to know that if I don't respond, feel free to ask the question again or make a comment again. Because it may not be that I missed it, it may be that Restream missed it. I happened in this case to catch the movement of the chat in Twitch, and I did not see a movement in Restream. The group content, I don't know about raids, although I think there are some that may technically be runnable as raids. The stuff from the Forsaken Inn, which is in the Lone Lands, which is probably going to be the second sort of real zone you go to. One of my favorites in the game, for some reason. Not entirely sure why, but I've always really, really enjoyed the Lone Lands. Yeah, so for DDO, I've tried it a number of times. I will also comment that it is a very complicated game. It is not for the meek, mild people who don't want to do some reading on how to gear up in the game and how all the game systems work. It's got a lot of complexity in it, which is kind of strange because it's an older game. But there's no shortage of detail in DDO. You're not going to find many Western MMOs that I haven't at least tried, with the exception of PvP-specific MMOs. I won't have tried those. I'm not much of a PvPer. Time to light him up with everything we've got. I really hate mobs with pushes and pulls. They're just so annoying. And he's dead. Voidstone Monstrosity is up next. Wow, these guys can jump like nobody's business. Actually, that may have been a pull rather than a jump.
The same dark magic that was emanating from the Storm Riders is more powerful here.
I do not like that it feels darker and colder as we go down. But there are more survivors to rescue. The lift is out. If we want to keep going, we will have to go down the Storm Rider way. Follow me.
Plummeting? Granted, a slow plummet in my case.
What is that? What did Gorin bring here?
Ah, EVE Online. Yeah, I've tried. I have 3 accounts on EVE. I never had more than one of them I was running at a time. Again, it's another case of leveling up. I enjoy the lower level experience. My highest level I've gotten up to is I had a guy driving battleships. That was my highest. Calgary battleships. Did I play Star Wars Galaxies? I currently have 5 different emulators installed. Restoration 3, the primary emulator, Finalizer, Legends. I can't even remember the other 2 I've got installed. So, yeah. No game ever grabbed me quite the way Star Wars Galaxies did. I was on the Eclipse server from day 1 of launch. It's the first time I've ever seen my NPCs pull these guys. Didn't know it was still going. You have to check it out. Played it as a kid. Yeah, there are a bunch of different emulators. There are 3 primary different flavors of Star Wars Galaxies. Pardon me a second, guys. I'm going to divert here because this is an interesting thing for me. The original game is called the Pre-CU. There was a thing called the Combat Upgrade or Combat Update. I can never keep straight which it was. So there's Pre-CU, then the CU or Combat Upgrade, and then the NGE, the New Game Experience. So depending on which flavor of that you would be interested in that you played in, there are basically, for the NGE, the later version, the version that was sort of the last 5 or 6 years, Legends is the biggest and the most developed by far. So you would want to look up SWG Legends. There's only one real CU, and it basically, they revamped the CU systems onto the NGE code base that's out there. That would be Restoration 3. And then for the original version, the pre-CU, there's the Finalizer, which is the actual Star Wars Galaxies emulation team. And there's also, my understanding is the most popular right now is Infinity. I have not tried it out. There you go. So I would recommend either Legends, Restoration 3, or Infinity. I'll let my friends do most of the damage here. I'm not a general. Probably check it out. Probably Star Wars. They have added additional content. They're one of the groups that have added more content. They added Bespin, Cloud City, as an example. Restoration 3 is working on adding something else as well. I don't remember exactly what. In essence, there are 2 code bases out there. There is the Star Wars Galaxies emulation team, which is a legal, actually, in the U.S., it's a protected form. If you black box emulate software, it's legal. It's not really copying. All you did was copy the function, and you can't copyright the function of a game. There is also the NGE code base, and that comes from leaks that were leaked after the game shut down. For some people, that's kind of a non-starter. Your mileage may vary. Obviously, it's not a big deal for me, as I currently have it installed. Legends plays more like a WoW or LATRO or Star Wars The Old Republic or Final Fantasy XIV. It plays more like a WoW clone, because in essence the order came down from on high that what the hell is going on? What is this World of Warcraft game, and why do they have so many more subscribers than us? We need to make our game like theirs. And that's what caused the NGE, which is the code base that Legends is using.
It's energy. Agreed. Volkmar, engage the target.
Oh, I don't want to get hit. It's going to do something. Ha! I was not hit. I was not harmed. I was hit. Got it. Another thing you should know about the Star Wars Galaxies community, and this may seem contrary to what I've sort of described, it is incredibly toxic, but usually between server player bases. So the players who play the pre-CU, the original version, talk crap about the NGE players. The NGE players talk crap about the CU players. All of the various communities, and also you can get individual servers running the same code base where the communities don't get along. So keep that in mind. Take everyone's opinion about any server with a pound of salt. It's a very passionate player base, and sadly a good chunk of that passionate player base is toxic about it. So just be aware. You know, you could be playing, be having the time of your life on Legends, and 6 months from now someone says, did you ever play Star Wars Galaxies? And you go, I'm playing Legends right now, it's great. They'd go, fuck you, the NGE sucks and you suck. People are a little crazy on the internet. You may have noticed.
I've tracked the Nerubians to a burrow near the meadery. They must be after the Cinderbrew.
Oh, it's beyond gatekeeping.
Without the Storm Riders.
I just wanted you to be aware of it. You know, that you have some hostile communities and some hostile individuals, and some individuals hate certain servers because somebody involved in that server was involved in this server 5 years ago and they didn't like it, so this server sucks. It's just insane.
I have work to do.
My assumption is like 20% of it is logically based in that they actually have a reason that is completely logical and rational, and the other 80% is just people being bullshit.
Be vigilant.
I will skip the conversation.
We are the bedrock. We are the foundation.
We're the bedrock guys. We're the foundation. Not entirely sure what that means, but that's us.
Conversation terminated.
On your signal,
At the meadery,
I'll lure the Nerubians to the meadery.
And we will prepare a welcome for our guests.
What other quests are we showing around here? Oh, there's one over there. Let's see what that is. Well versed in WoW lore. Not really in the lore. I would say I'm versed in it because I've played, with one exception, I've played every expansion when they came out. The exception is I did not play Pandaria when it came out, but I did play it later.
May your feet find good trails.
I did not play Warcraft 1, 2, or 3. I owned at least one of them, but I didn't play it very much. And certainly the lore can be overwhelming. It also has an issue in that it has had a lot of retcons over the years. A lot of changing of things that happened one way. No, we changed our mind. It didn't actually happen that way. So, but if you have any specific questions, I can certainly try. And if I don't know, I will be able to tell you that I don't. And I won't be shy about that. Ooh, Harbinger Crests Exchange.
In purpose.
Don't have any of them. Okay.
Until next
Sure, I don't have any of these either for upgrading.
If needed, I will answer the call.
The lore has bounced around a lot historically. A little bit like, I don't know if you ever played any Warhammer 40k game, and I think it's also true for Warhammer, where because there's so much, huge amounts of stuff, some of it contradicts each other. And so when you ask the devs for Warhammer 40k, is this canon? And their response is, everything is canon, but not everything is true. Sort of, the person who wrote that believed that was true. That's their version, but that's not the actual thing that happened. I don't know if I'm going to play the new Space Marine game or not. I'm leaning towards not, unless a couple of my friends are playing, in which case my odds of playing it would go up, because co-op looks like it would be more fun. I watched a streamer playing earlier, and it was very difficult for me to watch because it was so herky-jerky. Part of that was that he had screen shake on, and I can't handle screen shake. It gives me a literal headache. But also, it was his movements of the camera as opposed to mine, and it made it feel really herky-jerky, although it looked fucking amazing. And certainly, it looked 40K-ish as all hell. Where was I going? I was going that direction. Apparently a lot of streamers have access, and we're streaming it today. Oh, there they are. Dive bombing. Investigate the disturbance near the Forge Grounds. This is part of the Earth and Allied Race storyline. I have already done this part and more, so I'm going to give that a skip. There should be more quests around. I got a bunch of quests before I ended up going to the meadery. Well, I did want to did I get out of the wrong place? Where am I? Oh, portal trainer. Shit. Okay, I'd assumed there was one here, but I had no idea where. That was what I was looking for. What was the name of that set I wanted to wear? That's it. Verdant. There we go.
Farewell, friend of the Grummels.
Now that is a handsome looking goblin, don't you think? I played some Fallout 4. It's one of those games I want to get back to. That is one suave looking son of a bitch. The hat definitely, literally tops the whole thing off. I have played at least some, I believe, of every Fallout game ever, except the Fallout, the Bunker mobile game. He prefers not to categorize himself. He considers himself a man for all genres. A goblin for all genres. I played Oblivion. I did not play Fable. I tried all of the Elder Scrolls games. Some of them grabbed me more than others. And I'm including the first one, Arena. I always had an issue with them because the click and drag the mouse to strike with your sword always felt so artificial to me. I felt it added nothing to the gameplay. What do you have here? Interview concerned Dornagal citizens to locate the Arathi Lamplighter. I'm gonna interview the citizens.
Work cycle interrupted. Faith. Order.
And another one over here. Oh, let's go ahead and shadow ourselves up. We still look incredibly debonair and spiffy But right now it's mostly about the monocle, because that's all you can see. Skyrim, oh yes, never finished it. Skyrim is a particular type of malfunction that I have.
Speak and be heard.
A game where I have too many options
Return if you wish to speak.
is a problem for me. If you give me too many choices, too many things to do, I can get lost. I will follow one story thread and then another and another, and eventually I get bored and I haven't made any goddamn progress on the main story. So I played a lot of it but never completed it or even came close.
Do you have a query? May Rook nor Ram take.
There are a few games like that. The latest game like this, and if you think about it, it shouldn't come as any kind of surprise. Baldur's Gate 3. Down here. Baldur's Gate 3 was that problem in spades for me. I liked the game. I played it. I kept restarting, trying things out. It's a gaming version of analysis paralysis, where you've got so much data you don't know what to do. There you go. I really liked BG3. I got like 5 characters. I think most I ever put in on any character was a couple of hours before I wanted to try something else. It's a disease. My brain is a disease. How far away do we have to go? Quite a ways. As another example, there was something, one of my behaviors that I had to get over in PoE, which is historically when I was playing Diablo games, I was a search every corner of the map type player. And in PoE, that ain't worth the time and effort. I had to get over that particular game disease. Fallout 4, you can level up to max, not do the campaign, yeah. So I don't regret my time or the money I spent in those games. My regrets are I wish I had played in a more organized and non-me fashion.
Do you have a query?
Weapons and warriors.
May Rook
Okay.
nor Ram take.
Sure. I was never big on real-time strategy games.
What path brought
So
you
Command
here?
and Conquer, the StarCraft games. I was terrible at them. I don't have the APM, the actions per minute, to, I think, even play them competently. I've played a lot of strategy and tactics games, turn-based ones, because I enjoy the challenge, and the turn-based allows me to consider my options. And in a real-time strategy game, which, frankly, there's not really strategy in most real-time strategy games, you really don't have an opportunity to do that. So they never worked for me. But as an example, I was still buying everything Blizzard put out when they brought out StarCraft. I continued to buy every game they brought out because they brought it out for the PC and the Mac, and it was always really good, even if it wasn't to my personal taste. So I had no problem in spending money on everything Blizzard put out. Total War, some in Shogun, a little bit in Total War Warhammer, the first one. I think I've got another one somewhere. Again, The tactical battlefield aspect always felt kind of forced to me. It didn't really... well, Blizzard, historically, their cinematics are freaking great. So yeah, the StarCraft ones certainly included. The Total War games, the tactics stuff always felt... Because I have a extensive history in reading military history. Primarily Napoleonic and ancient eras. And so the tactical combat always felt odd to me in the Total War series. I liked the strategic aspect, but it felt like if I did just the strategic aspect, I didn't have enough control. Not sure if that makes sense. Well, I mean, it probably makes sense on a... You can understand what I'm talking about, even if you don't understand why I would be so crazy as to be like that. Which clearly am. What am I trying to do here? Clues. I'm looking for clues, guys. Ah, it's on the desk. Down there, downstairs. Yeah, I mean, from watching the cinematics you have here in this expansion, I can't believe they bothered to make a World of Warcraft movie. Why not just make an animated feature? Because the cinematics here are terrifically done. Here, I'm going to devour your entire soul. Hope you don't mind. I don't think he minded, really. I mean, the animation they have in the cinematics here in this expansion are terrific. That entire team, that they are... Blizzard has always had a couple of the teams in the game, or in the company. The art team is always fucking great. Their animation and cinematic teams are always amazing. Get what you're saying. Headed to bed. Have a great stream. On the serious note, you suggest watching Cyberpunk. It's one of those things there are a number of things, especially from Netflix, that I want to watch. I'm just always loath to subscribe to anything because I know it's then difficult for me to stop subscribing. But thank you very much. Hopefully the stream will continue to go well. Have a great night's sleep. I insist. Have a great night's sleep. There. I'm sure that was convincing. Weapon crate acquired. We have more of those in here? Doesn't look like it. But out here, let's see.
You
Derek.
are acknowledged.
I have recruited a warrior. I hope he's brave. He's a dwarf, of course he's brave. They're all brave. Right? No chicken dwarves. That's another crate. Okay. Third clue, and then crates and stuff. Kaboom. Oh, that's not good. God damn it. Wasn't expecting that. Wasn't prepared. I tried to give them a... No. Thought they gave me a heal. That's the last of the crates. I need to recruit a couple more warriors.
Ah, a new experience.
Bertola?
What path brought you here?
Outside. Where are you hiding? Ah, there he is. I got him. Wow, that's really bad Scottish.
Oh, sorry. Hello.
The pillage of Freywold Village. Pillage the village? Meet Peacekeeper Leif at Brambleshire. I think it was Brambleshire, wasn't it? Rambleshire. That's very different. How about we meet... we got this one first. It is nice that even when I'm in shadow form, you can see my stylish top hat.
The coreway must be protected.
It's important. Style matters.
The Titans will return.
Pilfered pearls.
Be ready.
Frontline farmers. They're only worth like 3 and 4% each. That's depressing. I don't have to kill so many. I don't have good AEs. At least I haven't figured out how to do decent AE yet. I got a pearl. Well, that didn't work out as I had hoped. Okay, making progress. Slow but sure. Don't aggro, don't aggro, don't aggro. Fuck. He aggroed. Didn't want him to aggro. He didn't have to aggro. He chose to die. And his pet didn't even have a choice at all. Pet. Not a pet. More like a slave. I totally don't have a warlock who has a demon pet. Okay, I kind of do. Helping this person, or trying to. Oh. A little bit of rep, not much else. No fat loot. Granted, I think my gear from Pandaria Remix is still higher than my level. Or any of the stuff, I should say, that I get at my level. Oh, he's big. He's too big. Definitely need to work on my rotations. Right now, I am a bad player. Or a mediocre player playing badly, if there's a difference. But there's some bismuth, and I mean bismuth. Sorry. There we go. Where's the last weapon crate? We're 2/3 done on the old killer meter. Oh, this guy's coming in. This guy's next. Nitro on your server, there's a concert in Bree right now. It's the vibe. Yeah, that's actually pretty common. I really did not want to pull the elite. It is unusual on my server, which is Landreval, to not find a band playing outside the pony during the evening. I don't know how that is on the other servers, but I don't imagine it's uncommon. There is an annual event that gets done called Weatherstock, which takes place at Weathertop in the Lone Lands. and it's an entire Woodstock-like concert experience where they have bands scheduled to play. The game strongly is supportive of the musical community in the game. One of the events they have every year is they have festivals throughout the year. One of them has a hedge maze. And one year I was running it on stream, going through, and as I come out of the hedge maze, having finished it successfully, there are 5 dwarves playing together, and they're all playing Never Gonna Give You Up. They're standing out and rickrolling everybody who comes out of the maze. I need to kill a couple more. You're elected, sir. Need one more pearl and one more dude, presumably. Nope, not that. And that is what I need to get done. Bree continues to be a social center. Minas Tirith, to a lesser degree, does. The 21st Hall in Moria is a social center.
We are the Titan's bedrock and foundation. Resuming work cycle. May the Titans carve your
Heart of a
path.
hero. Well, that's clearly me. Found the community to be very nice so far. Well, I mean, any MMO, you're going to have assholes. But Latro tends to, the player base tends to skew a little bit more mature, mostly older. So you're going to get a more welcoming community. I would say Latro and Guild Wars 2 have the best 2 communities in the MMO space, in my experience. Your mileage may vary. And as always, they're always going to be jerks. There's Purgle Jurgle. Is that his name? Purgle Irgle? Purgle-Urgle. I think Purgle-Urgle, I think is his name. How can he not be in line of sight? I hate ads, you know? Not commercial ads, although I hate those too. No. Mob ads. I'll come over here and grab that first. And they call it a mine. A mine! Lockro joke. This is Murgle Wurgle. I don't have a target. And the last one left is Burgle Gurgle. I think my favorite is Murgle Lurgle. That sounds more like a Murloc to me. You know, if you're going to be a Murloc leader, you really have to have authenticity. Got them. Took me a while to get my rotation down correct for the rogue, where I was dealing with individual and multiple targets in a reasonable fashion. I haven't got it yet for the SP. I'm doing okay on the solo, big, you know, single mobs, but start getting multiples. I don't have my vibe yet, man. Let's see. A ring I won't wear or a ring I won't wear. Decisions.
May all paths be open to you.
But I want to mine that. And there's some unpleasantness nearby. Fine. I'll have to kill them then. Don't want to. Have to. They make me. Wanted the mine. And now it's mine. New recipe learned. Iron Claw. No idea what that is. Not a clue. Mining up to 6. Iron Claw. A rare metal found throughout Khazalgar, predominantly near or on the surface. As it is known for being extremely durable, blacksmiths often take a keen interest in acquiring large quantities of it. Where to next? Pardon the yawn. Old man being old. The Abductus Obstructors. Defeat the Fungarians. For gold? Pfft, gold. Who needs gold in an MMORPG? Don't be ridiculous. Touchdown, the crowd goes wild.
We are the warriors of the sacred
Flashfire Thuribles to reveal Order of Night forces in Rambleshire. Eliminate them and search them for
Obey
clues.
the testament of Merildar.
Use the Flashfire Thurible. that guy, like me, is a shadow priest. I've got nothing out of that. Well, let's see. The Thurible. Let's check. Nope. They're just sheep. And while that is often used as an unpleasant term about people, implying that they have no will of their own, in this particular case, it was literal. They're just sheep.
Our forged paths intertwine.
Yes, forged paths intertwine, or something like that. Whatever that was. Nope, he's got nothing for me.
Oh, didn't see you standing there.
Meet Rannon at the Three Shields. Why not? We can always drop it later. Those. It's the Nightshade Abductor. I'll rue the day. I'm a little dubious of that, but maybe. Another one. I return to the shadows. Ooh. I'm overloading. The Titans preserve me. A lot of overloading going on. Well, that's another one of those. That's not what I'm looking for. I dizzied the sheep. Oh, there is an abductor. You will rue this day. Ooh. Who needs Blizzard? I do my own voice work, you know? There was a time many years ago where some classmates in a class told me I could probably get a job doing commercial voice work for cartoons and stuff. Ah, the path I did not take. Instead, I got a computer science degree.
I need to target something first.
He just vanished. That was no fun. Instead, I got the computer science degree, got a job at a major corporation, Silicon Valley, retired at 52. So yeah, I could still be just slaving away. But instead, I have to play video games all day. Clearly, it was a terrible career choice. Why would you throw balls of light in my eyes? You pissed me off? Okay, this guy's got the little alert marks over his head, so there's one around here somewhere. There it is. My eyes, I can't see. that thing showing? Can they detect the presence of the bad guys too? They can. The sheep can detect the bad guys. I wouldn't have expected that. Kaboom.
You are an outsider, yes? The Empire is forever. The Empire's light will banish the darkness.
Sure. You have fun banishing that darkness. I'm rooting for you, really. Seriously. I am pro darkness banishing.
We will triumph. Take your leave.
Free 8 abducted lumberjacks. And they're okay.
Subjects.
Eliminate Shadow Silk forces at Skullsgal Mill.
Return if you wish to speak again.
That is a big honking bug. I actually don't know that that bug actually honks, to be fair. It's another one of these progress bar based doodads. I need to target something first. I have to free 8 lumberjacks because they're okay. I feel a sneeze coming. It's lurking. It is lurking. It may have decided to go for a walk, so we may not, in fact, have an appearance by the aforementioned sneeze. What the hell? I can't walk through there? That ain't right. Well, let's free this guy. Aren't you the sneak? Coming up behind me like that. Oh, there's another one too. How about you just eat that delicious coruscating ball of death? Builds character. We've got a wall climber. And a burrower. Oh, a couple of Earthborn here. Oh. Those suppose we're going to have a second one of those guys pop up in here, are we? No. Good. Couple of wall climbers. And we'll get rid of this guy. Couple more dwarfs to free. Alright, no popping up jailer on that one. No pop-up jailer on that one. And we're only 70% done with the kill a buttload of Nerubians quest. Assume the big guy would probably count for more than enough, but I'm not convinced that I could kill him. Oh, he's still walking. I thought he was going to turn around. He's still walking this way. Walk this way. We definitely do not want to mess with El Grande Buggo. $77%. Another 4 or 5, I expect, ought to do the trick. But we don't want to mess with the big guys, because I expect they would mess with me more than I would mess with them. Well, we're going to kill a bunch of wall climbers. We're at 98%. One more should do. I'm going to go. I'm going to give him the honor of being the winning contestant in tonight's I'm Killing You with Shadow game. Couple to turn in. Well, one to turn in. I just got the credit for the kill all. Not all. Kill a bunch.
What is your command?
How about level 73? Good idea.
May the Titans carve your path.
Let's see. Void Blast generates 100% additional insanity. What are my other options? Vampiric Touch and Shadow Word Pain deal 20% additional. That seems pretty solid. Tropic Rift slows enemies. Void Torrent can be used while moving. That's not bad either. I think the straightforward 20% additional damage on Vampiric Touch and Shadow Word Pain ought to do the trick. Nightshade hideout. Lamplighter. Character. Shipwright Isabella confronted. She is presumably going to spawn in here in some short amount of time. Oh, that is her right there. I'm supposed to talk to her, I guess. And now I'm spidered up. Oh, I didn't notice Shadow Spinner Azarak. Been quite a thorn in my side, but you've only delayed the inevitable. The Order of Night will have our airships. With them, we will enact the Harbinger's will. Fortunately for you. You will not live to see us bring about Renalash, which is like Ragnarok, only spidery. Bodyguard, 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 bodyguard. Two bodyguards slain. We'll get character. Ugh, I don't feel so good. Well, it's understandable. Probably got bitten by one of the big spooters. Bile? Character? By the way, I'm Bile. Shadow Priest. Bile. You're captured, almost executed. You are fortunate that Bile arrived in time. Come, let us leave this place before more enemies arrive. Meet Peacekeeper Leif, north of Skullsgal Mill. You were badly beaten during your confinement.
The Coreway must be
You've injured. Will not be an effective fighter until he heals.
The Titans will return.
Kind of a loser then.
Be ready.
If you're not an effective fighter, you're a loser, dude.
We will continue speaking later.
Collect Silkwood explosive barrels.
Obey the testament of Merildar.
Sure, I'll obey the testament of Merildar. Eliminate Shipwright Isabella. Isabella? Isabella. A level 80 item. Say what? Wow. Level 80 item? I mean, it's an upgradable item. And I couldn't wear it until level 80. I'm just super shocked to see it showing up at this level.
Resuming work cycle.
Weird. So let's see. That one's soulbound. And that one is not. So those can go into the shared bankage. I'm going to return to Donegal and probably call it an evening, I think. Oh, old man stretch. I want to thank you guys for hanging out this evening, as always. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I should be back tomorrow. Probably more WoW, but I'm not sure. It's an old man's privilege to change his mind. So we'll see. Regardless, I should be back at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Middle of the night in Europe. Morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Again, I want to say thank you guys for hanging out. Back tomorrow. Hopefully you will see me soon. I hope the rest of your Wednesday night. It's Wednesday, isn't it? I got the night of the week right again. Yes. So I should be back tomorrow on Thursday. Have a great night tonight. Take care and ciao for now. Good night, guys.